So Tamera Mowry Housley gets dragged on Twitter after her husband claims that there was voter fraud in the election. Hi, welcome to JOA. If you're new to my channel, please click subscribe and click the bell button so you'll be the first to know when I upload. I really appreciate if you do subscribe and click the bell. It really does help my channel. I get a lot of new viewers, so subscribing and clicking the bell does really help. So Tamera Mowry's husband is a former Fox News reporter and someone who just quits Fox News and quits reporting overall to focus on his family is quite doing the opposite, because he's been doing a lot of talking about the election. So Tamera Mowry Housley fans have not taken kindly to her husband's views on electoral fraud. So basically, Adam Housley tweeted, "With all the reports and claims of fraud, it's up to us in the media to either confirm or deny such claims rather than universally accept or dismiss. So I'm now going to report an instance I found, and I'm asking Nevada to take a look, and we'll put these individuals in touch." For someone who's claiming that it's his job to report claims of fraud and it's up to him and the media to either confirm or deny such claims, it's kind of like the opposite, because this is a man, like I said, who quit his Fox reporting job to focus on his family, but he's continuously just trying to be a reporter. He also says, "A paramedic in Nevada and family I have spoken to directly and are legitimate decided to check their ballot status online. They got this upon their check, so they decided to call the state number provided. Upon calling the state, they have been told that none of them are registered voters and their votes have not been counted. Paramedic says all 5 are indeed registered and voted about a week and a half before election in Nevada in person and voted for President Trump." So, of course, these people voted for President Trump. And, of course, Adam Housley, who, denies being biased based on his reporting, is also a Trump supporter. And so a lot of the fans are pretty much pissed off about Tamera Mowry Housley because she married a man who's pretty much spouting these reports on Twitter. Someone who basically just decided that I don't want to be a reporter anymore, but continuously does it on Twitter on a consistent basis, spouting his views. And when you are a brand like Tia and Tamera, and you are married to someone who maybe has the opposite political views of yourself, in marriage you become one. So now your brand is basically his brand, and he's doing a lot of talking. So a lot of people were pissed off, and someone said, "This doesn't sound like fraud. Sounds like user error and also a bad narrative to put out there, as though these 5 individuals somehow represent massive voter fraud. Don't be that guy." Someone else says, "You can take the man off of Fox News, but you can't take the Fox News out of the man. This won't harm Biden, and no reputable news source is actually covering this. Adam is just determined to be on the wrong side of history. Poor Tamera." Someone else says, "This is why Tia wasn't Tamera's matron of honor." Shade. "This man, Adam Housley, groomed the F out of Tamera. He was her first everything, so she felt like she couldn't leave him, even though her family ain't effing with him at all." So another person said, "Adam Housley blocked me, not him claiming voter fraud and voting for Trump. Not Tamera Mowry being a literal make America great again white man's blank. They finna drag her for being a sea child. Divorce this clown, Tamera child." A simple tweet read with a facepalm emoji. This isn't the first time, of course. Tamera's husband, Adam Housley, basically has been accused of racial insensitivity. I'm not even going to say racial insensitivity, just racism, period. He basically had some tweets in the past, and I talked about this before, saying that Trayvon Martin, to rest in peace, we must all be peaceful. And someone else replied to his tweet saying, "You don't think race even played a small part? I'm curious." He replied, "Not in the fight, killing, tragedy in the aftermath due to people using this for their personal gain." So he basically saying that a lot of people use racial profiling in the case of Trayvon Martin and George Zimmerman as their own personal interest. So basically, Tamera Mowry lost her virginity to this man, and she lost it before marriage. So religiously, when people do this, like whoever's like a Muslim or someone who's very like religious in Christianity, they basically have to feel like they have to marry that person because they lost it before marriage. And so they did break up for quite some time, and Tamera wasn't having it. She just went behind her sister's back and kept calling him, and Tia Mowry did not want her to get back with him because of how he treated Tamera, and she obviously loves the man more than he loves her. It's pretty obvious and pretty evident that he can do no wrong. And like I said, I am a big fan of Tamera Mowry. I feel bad talking about this because she kind of reminds me of, a sibling of mine who's very sheltered as well. So, I mean, it's kind of like, I wish her well, and I wish her husband would stop being a Kanye and doing all of these tweets while she has this big brand of hers, and he's like ruining her brand, okay? He's ruining her brand. The real didn't ruin her brand, all right? Her husband is continuously ruining her brand, and it's always the husband that's behind the scenes, that's doing lesser and making less money than the wife and lesser time on camera, that's always insensitive and always insecure in entertainment business, that the girlfriend or the wife is doing so much better, and I feel like this can be a hint of insecurity that he's always trying to be in the limelight and talking about his views, and is using Tamera's fame as an opportunity to get his voice out there. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you will be the first to know when I upload. Deuces. Yay!